Hola amigos, hola amigas, welcome, bienvenido, grocery salam, welcome to the channel, y'all, Cheshniak good day, y'all. Today we are back with my EUFY robot vacuum. So I've had this for a couple of years, maybe 2 years, and I bought it broken, and I stripped it apart in the previous video and noticed that the inside of it, where the motor was completely full of fluff, and the motor had gotten a little bit stuck. So I contacted EUFY and they sent me out a brand new replacement motor. I wanted to see if I could actually fix the motor. So I kind of like took it apart, cleaned it out, picked out all the fluff and stuff that was inside of it. And then lo and behold, it's worked. And ever since then, it's been absolutely fine, but it has gone again. So I knew it was kind of going to be like a temporary measure, and I didn't expect it to last as long as it did. So that was really good. But it is time now to actually put the new motor into it. It gets used and it gets turned on maybe every 3 days. And that's to do the whole of the living room and the hallway. It can't get into the kitchen because of the dog barrier, but it does the whole of the living room, the rugs, and whatever. And it's never had a problem. Honestly, I think I've only ever had it stuck once when there was sort of like cables dangling down. Apart from that, it's been absolutely fantastic. I empty it and clean it after every 2 cycles. I keep the filters nice and clean on it. It's done really, really well. And every now and then I'll give it a bit of a dust and I'll take underneath and the brush roll and stuff and clean it out. But the problem that I'm having, if I turn it on, so it's on, and then that's it. I know that that is the motor that's not working because it's the same issue that was happening before. So let's get you guys over the counter and we'll install the new motor and have a look and see what's going on inside. Okay, now you can see it a bit better. Let's take out the dustbin. That's the filter. I'll give it all a good proper wash and clean before I put it back this time. So that. The other thing then is the brush roll. Take that off. Yeah, I haven't done it for a while, so especially in the living room now with the dogs, the Pomeranians do give off a lot of fluff. I can pull off the spider's fingers. I have seen people fix these, put them in boiling water, so we'll give that a go and see if it works. I have spare if it doesn't, don't worry. That's where the battery is. That's where the motors for that are. I can give them a bit of a clean and a lubrication again. And if I remember, it's all of these screws to be able to take the front off. Yeah, I do remember it being a bit of a bugger. A long metallic thing there. Right, okay, so let's get the screwdriver Phillips. Scanners and everything on them. Right. I could give that a little bit of a vac off. It's not so bad on the inside. Here we have the motor. Or the motor just underneath here. Now I think I have to. Do I have to take this board off as well, from what I remember? Yeah, there is a screw there. Yep, there we go. And here is the motor. This comes with all new connections. That's the gasket. It seems all right, but like I said, it was kind of like the dodgy one from before, so I think it's just better to put the new one in. So I need to take the gasket. Oh, it's the whole cover. Yeah, okay. There we go. Right, how many beeps do we get? 4 beeps, RoboVac's rolling brush is stuck. Let's try a little bit of contact cleaner. It's rolling fine. Four beeps. RoboVac's power level is too low. Solid red indicator. Flashing red indicator. RoboVac's power level is too low. That's when the red light is flashing. Solid red light indicator. 4 beeps. RoboVac. Right, okay. Hang on. Hold your horses. Flashing red, solid red. Right, let's try it again. Flashing red, 1, 2, 3, 4. Flashing red, 4 beeps. Flashing red, 4 beeps. RoboVac's power level is too low. What? The power level was fine. Right. Let's go and investigate. I'm going to go into the living room and put it back on to charge, and let's have a look. It turns out its power level was too low. Typical. It was on. It had been on charge. I don't know what happened, but anyway, it's on charge. I'll come back in a couple of hours and we'll check it again. Okay, so I ordered a new battery for it, which arrived the other day. So this was £18. It's not a genuine one. Now, the other thing as well, I dipped these into boiling hot water, and they definitely did straighten out a little bit better than what they were. So that is a bit better. So I left it on the charger, and the next day, and it was absolutely fine. Absolutely gutted that it works. The battery on it was fine, no issues whatsoever. But again, I can see now the battery is dead again. So it did work for a cycle and it stopped working. So it definitely needs a new battery. Before I do that, I'm going to clean the brush roller off because it's full of dog fur. Inside's full of dog fur as well. So I'm going to give it a bit of a vacuum and a bit of a wipe over. So that was from using it just the once in the living room, dog fur. So let's vac it out. Bath. Nope. I'm going to put a tiny drop of Singer oil on these. And pop them back on. There we go. I'm now going to clean up the brush roll. Yep, that's on. Now, I'm going to keep the motor just in case, because it turned out to be the battery, not the motor, that was the issue. So it needed the new motor anyway, so it doesn't matter. And let's turn it on. Let's try it. And there we go. We have one EUFY back working again. Let's give it a little bit of a polish. There we go. Now I'm going to put it back on its charging stand, and then we will try it again. Okay, let's switch him on. Okay, I did have it reconnected to the app on Alexa, but it doesn't seem to be working again. Ask RoboVac Goonie to start cleaning. There we go. Off he trots. I don't know how fully charged the battery is on him. So I don't know how long it'll last. But he seems to be fine. So I'm going to leave him do his thing, go back to the charging station, and then I'll finish the video. Okay, so the new battery is in, which is fine, and the new motor is in, which is fine, but I've been using it a couple of times, and wow, and that is just after one use, so that's what it's picked up after one use, because I cleaned it before the one before. But anyway, so the problem I'm having is that it's not finding its way back home. So I'm gonna have to take it apart again and have a look and see what's going on, because it's just not able to find its way back to the charging base. So I'm gonna strip it down and have a look and see if something is not plugged in properly, or just have a quick check. So I'm gonna do this in time lapse. Okay, so it turned out that I hadn't connected the sensor thing behind that, so hopefully now it'll work. So I'm gonna go test it, and hopefully this time I'll be back to finish the video. Finally. So I genuinely don't know what's wrong. He's just not finding his way home. I've moved the base unit over so it sticks out further. There's been no issues before, but suddenly he's just not finding his way home. So I'm gonna have to push him in manually. No. Oop. There we go. And come on. He's now on charge, but yeah, I don't know what's happened. He's just suddenly lost his way and not able to find his way home. There's the dogs. Anyway, I'll end the video here. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye, y'all.